Excellent. All right. You all know rules. You know how this works. Questions?
Currently's not reading to us, right?
We're both reading.
Every other word like that.
All right. So we will cater to tradition and check buzzers real quick. All the ones. All the twos. Ooh, FF. Okay. The other twos.
C2, A2.
Thank you. All right. Making your turn. All the twos, you're done. Okay, good. I see. Thank you. And
Four.
first.
Awesome. Okay, we're going to do me for the first sentence, Terry for the more important last time. And let's get underway. 2024 World Series of Certamen toss-up 1 semifinal round. With our semifinal round, we turn our attention to a new millennium and celebrate the 2000s, famous for the birth of Netflix, YouTube, and social media. Undoubtedly the most earth-shattering, world-altering event of the 2000s came in 2007 right here at the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, when a plucky NJCL convention event found its birth.
D4?
Not correct? As Virgil said, parva mentu prima, mox sese atulit in auras. It grew from its humble beginnings to become the most highly anticipated event in the known universe.
Hey, what? You just joined us. World Series of Certamen?
That's correct. Give the name of that event in which you are playing in right now. Bonus one to Team A. The inaugural winner of that event was a team of Ohioans who went by the initials of JAKT, but no one cares because none of them came to convention anymore. The lucky third place, however, were the destined for greatness Florida Juggernauts, who came up just short of the prize by 150 points or so. Name any one of the 4 members of that team, only one of whom currently lives in Florida.
What else? And just because of that
Ken and Dino.
Ken and Dino. You could also have Kevin Cox, David Jackson, or Dennis Sanko Jackson. Your second bonus. The runners-up the first year included the Californian and 3 Texans. The Texans are all here this year and still carrying on the torch of classical civilization. The Californian was lost to the ravages of time. It's also still alive. Name 2 of the 3 Texans, or for style points to impress the hell out of us, name the Californian.
I don't know any of these people.
Also, none of them.
Longo, William Lee.
William Lee. Anthony Longo.
No, I just wanted to prompt you. You were wrong in the first place. Andrew Riss, Jenny Longo, and Clint Hagan of the Texans. For the Californian is Tommy A.
Yeah.
So that's 15 points for Team A on toss-up 1. And here's toss-up 2. What type of animals, which were the main threat to the airborne protagonists of a financially... Snakes is correct. Financially disappointing and high-concept film from 2006 were also found by Admetus in his marriage chamber when he failed to sacrifice to Artemis. There is no word if Admetus has had as profane a reaction to it as Samuel L. Jackson did. Here's your bonus. Which mythological king was cursed by his wife to omit stakes when he was very excited, preventing him from repeatedly cheating on her with the same woman until Procrus cured him? Minus is correct. And your second bonus? Which other mythological couple had a snake invade their marital bed, preventing the bride from killing her new husband, who was her long-lost son? No, sorry, we're looking for Augen and Telephus. So that's 15 points for Team C on toss-up 2. Here's toss-up 3. The ex-boss of the WSOC, Chris Sloan, said that the best question he ever did was the dramatic interpretation question. In his honor, we're running it back. You will be given a speech from a famous 2000s movie in Latin. When you recognize it, buzz in, stand, take the center of the room, and do your best to complete the scene. Keep in mind that your correctness will be judged as much by your passion as by your accuracy. Fratres, in tribus hebdomadibus metam fruges meas, praetende ubi futuri sitis, et ita erit. Ne fugiatis ab agmine, mane temecum, si vos soli sitis, equitantes in agris viridibus sola in facie tua, noli turbari. Nam vos estis in illusio, et vos iam mortui estis. Fratres quae viventes facimus, resonat in aeternitatem.
C1?
Are you now entertained?
Yes, that's correct.
Wrong character, wrong stage, but right movie, so.
Here's your bonus. Here's another quote from the movie. Mihi nomen est maximus decimus meridius. Imperator exercitum septentrionalum. Dux legionem felicium. Servus fidelis imperatori vero. Marco Aurelio. Pater filii necati. Maritus uxori necati. At this point, you translate the rest of this. Et ulciscar in hoc vita aut proxima.
And I will avenge them in this life or the next. It's been a while.
That's fine.
Yeah, you were looking for, and I will have my vengeance in
Oh.
this life or the next. Your second bonus. Perform the following command from the same movie. Non vos oblectamini. Perform the following movie line from the same movie. Non vos oblectamini. Answer, please.
No motion, no answer.
Anyone else?
C3.
Are you not entertained?
We will get 5 big points. Here's toss-up 4. Do you guys remember? Probably not you. Those old stupid human tricks, Certamen questions from the mid-2000s that use props? I sure do. There's a whole series of them around 2008 that featured what popular icon, of whom an action figure was provided, and whom the Romans would call eques obscurum.
A1. The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight is correct. Eques obscurum. It's probably for the best that we don't use props anymore in our command questions. Just not feasible in the budget. Caused some massive arguments. In one Certamen finals, the moderns were accidentally ableist by using fulgentia in various colors. What are fulgentia? Which function by snapping the width from inside and quasareng it vehementer.
Yeah.
Glow sticks?
Glow sticks is correct in your second bonus. The other cross question that caused a real big argument was when Chris Sloan gave options as to which Latin phrase best described what he was doing, and then pulled an item from his right pocket, immediately causing the teams on his left to say that they were being disadvantaged. It's because of things like this, friends, why we can't have fun anymore. Translate that fateful phrase used on that day identifying the correct answer. Utor flabello.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No.
Okay. Oh, Flabello. Oh, shoot, was it Flabello? No, I've seen this word recently. Right, Flabello is what?
What you got?
I defer to A1.
That's time.
Yeah.
We're looking for I'm using a fan.
That's it.
Oh, which word is it?
No, I saw it this week. I really mad at myself.
That's 15 points for Team A on toss-up 4, and here's toss-up 5. For this answer, you'll need to combine two separate, yet related, ideas into a wonderful new portmanteau. Your answer will be a hybrid of a color and a figure from Roman history. So, imagine a world in which the world of Pandora, depicted in the 2009 box office smash Avatar, is invaded by the Roman Empire, forcing its analog to the British Queen of the Achaean to
Ludica?
Ludicrous, correct.
I was thinking
To organize her people's resistance fighters. What might be this queen's name? Mr. Brennan? What simple font was used for the Avatar logo? Indicating perhaps that if you scrape this logo off your DVD box, you could write another logo in its place.
That is papyrus.
That's correct. In your second bonus. Making another portmanteau. Where might you be if you were the Australian dog star of a children's television show, watching Cato the Younger literally fall on his sword?
Okay. Defer.
Ludica?
Ludicrous, correct. That's the full 20 points for Team C on toss-up 5, and here's toss-up score check.
Whoa.
We're doing a score check.
So, Team A, Satan Stiley, has 30 points. Wyatt and Alan, there we go, has 5 points. And there was an online four, has 50 points.
Toss-up 6. 2007 features characters whose last names in Latin are rendered Muscus, Tintinabulum, and Putai, and is set in locations including Fauces Aquilae and Magnum Flumen. The iconic performance from this movie is a Severus Sicarius who has a fixation on Numi. In the title of this movie,
Avery.
The Fellowship of the Ring.
that's not correct. I'll repeat for teens BNC office and reading. In the title of this movie, which won the Academy Award for Best Picture, directly translates to Nulla Patria Senibus,
C1.
No country for old men.
No Country for Old Men. Here's your bonus. Translate this iconic exchange from the movie into English, and you're going to have to do better than last time. Necessa est mihi scire quid vincere possum omnia.
I need to know what I stand to win. No, can you repeat, please?
Necessa est mihi scire quid vincere possum omnia.
I need to know what I can win.
Answer, please.
I need to know what I can win.
Everything. No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
everything.
need to know what I can stand to win.
I will.
Everything.
I was right.
Taught you better Latin than that. Ow!
I know.
Your second bonus. The Sicarius mentioned in the toss-up, Anton Chigurh, uses a captive bolt gun to kill some of his victims, as if they were cattle in a slaughterhouse. Give an English word derived from the Latin verb batuo, which means slaughterhouse.
Battery.
Battery.
No, so we're looking for abattoir. Abattoir.
Okay.
And I'm kind of sick of reading, so I'm going to turn it over to you now.
All right, toss number 7. Maledictio Margaritae Nigri was the subtitle to what 2000
C1.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean. What 2003 film whose main character has a surname that would be Passer in Latin? Your first bonus. The antagonist in that film, played by Jeffrey Rush, has a name that, based on its Latin derivation, tells us that he, like WSOC stalwart Henry Schott, has what characteristic?
A beard.
It's barbate. Correct. Your second bonus. As often happens, the sequels to the first movie slowly got worse and worse. Alas. Anyway, in the second movie, the mysterious Tia Dalma is introduced, a voodoo priestess who is revealed in the third movie to be a sea goddess with what name shared by what daughter of Atlas in mythology, with whom, with both women feeling betrayed by seafaring lovers. Yes. Very good. I don't know what's coming up. I think you would set me up for something here. It's fine. Puzzle number 8. When Terrence was defending himself against the charge of contumatio, perhaps he should have used the Britney Spears defense. What hit single from 2000 with a Latin title that could be At You?
B2.
Sing it. Sing it. There you go. And you interim fakie might have exonerated Terrence if he had been able to deliver it with the same flair as Britney. Your extra 2 fun points for that there. Your first bonus. One man's contumatio is another man's adaptation. Terrence defends his practices in the prologue of Eunuchus by stating, "Nullum sciam dictum quod dictum non sit prius." Loosely translate this defense.
Could you
No,
repeat the last?
just get it. The vibes, as the kids
I think
like to
that's,
say.
there is no saying which has not been said before.
Yeah, over. Bonus 2, hear me out. Contaminatio means something that has been contaminated, which could mean that it's now toxic, like the 2003 Britney banger that she performed at the MTV Music Awards and caused a stir. The word toxic ultimately derives from the Greek word for what kind of weapon? Very good. All right, toss-up number 9 for everybody. Translate into Latin this saying from Marla Daniels in The Wire. You cannot lose if you do not play.
Non fortes
Winky, C, non, luceris.
So close to having something was on it. Okay, take it. We have to do this, but it's fine. Now translate this line from the first scene of the very first episode of The Wire. disagree with that. All right, fine, yeah, sure. Good luck. What use of this adjunctive would you most likely use to render this line from season 1 of The Wire? Maybe we won.
Potential.
Yep. There you go.
What's the disparity?
I don't really know.
I'm just guessing. All right, toss up 10 for everybody. Translate the following Latin sentence. Why do we do 2 of these in a row? Translate the following Latin sentence as uttered by Amanda Seyfried in Mean Girls. Diebus Mercure.
C1.
On Wednesdays, we were being.
On Wednesday, we wear pink. Diebus Mercury, Rosea, Western. Your first bonus, now translate into Latin another line from this iconic movie. You can't sit with us. Keeping in mind that the speaker is telling the addressee that they are not allowed to sit with us, not that they do not have the physical capability to sit with us.
Okay. Non licet vobis nobis.
Oh, it's, you are one person.
Okay. All right. Non licet
You
tibi.
don't care.
Okay. Non licet tibi or vobis nobis sedere. Nobis cum sedere.
All right.
You threw me off with that.
In Mean Girls, Amanda Seyfried's Karen Smith also becomes a meteorologist when she delivers the immortal line, Pores tres partes decimi est jam fluid. Translate that line.
You're good.
Pores tres partes decimi est jam
There's a 30% chance it's already raining.
Yes, very good. All right, after 10.
After 10, we have Satan Stiley at 30 points. Wyatt and Alan, there we go, at 47 points. And there was an online form at 100 points.
All right. Because I get to read the questions about some of my favorite shows. What television show had a brilliant run in the 2000s before being unfortunately revived in 2000? Before being revived in 2013, and was the source before?
Teen Titans Go.
No. And was the source of such quotes that could be rendered into Latin as "sum monstrum, sum nave, terribilem errorem commisi."
C3. Firefly?
No. And semper est pecunia in taberna alieni. People who might know that I like this show a lot. Terribilem errorem commisi.
Can't possible.
No. I've made a terrible mistake.
Oh.
Arrested Development. And that means we can read
That Alan Jennings thinks one of your favorite shows is
It's a good show. It's a good
We've
show.
never met. It's fine.
It's a good show.
Was it revived in 2013?
It was revived in 2010.
I enjoyed seasons 4 and 5. Yes. Yes, really. No, of Arrested Development. All right. I have seen Teen Titans Go. It is a fun show. But, okay. Bonus number 1, which is now a toss-up for everybody. We here at the World Series of Certamen would like to take a moment to celebrate the late, great Jessica Walter for her role as Lucille Bluth in Arrested Development. She had an equally great role as Mallory in an animated show. C3?
Archer? Sagittarius?
Sagittarius, very good. Blah, blah, blah. That show starred H. John Benjamin as her son Sterling, both their last names, Sagittarius. Okay. Bonus number 2, which is also a toss-up. Actually, Archer gave us the excellent meme, do you want blank? C1?
Formica ants.
Yep. Because that's how you get blank. Yep, 4 times. All right, very good. All right, back to Michael.
Toss of 12. What beloved 2004 film held lines that in Latin could have been Tisques amici?
C3.
Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo, correct. Non-quibus fundamentum tactii and modo nata, whose main protagonist sounds like he is Odysseus' friend disguised as identity from Polyphemus. Here's your quick fact. If Pixar had wanted to use some Greek, this movie would have been called Finding Whom, the Greek word for no one that is probably a better answer for what Odysseus named himself to Polyphemus.
Yeah, it's like the not right.
You did use those, I guess, correct?
True.
line from Marlin, Nemo's overbearing dad, and identified to whom he spoke it. Despite the vocative, he was not talking to Nemo. Putas te lake facere posa, sed non potes, Nemo.
We also need to check. You think you can, please repeat the Latin very quickly.
Putas te lake facere posa, sed non potes, Nemo.
Go for it.
You think you're able to do this, but you can't.
And you have to identify the speaker.
It's Chidori.
That's correct.
Zoomers!
Were you like asking?
That's the full 20 for the champion on toss-up. Toss-up 12. Here's toss-up 13. Who, much like General Kenobi, was a bold one and revealed himself to a room full of his enemies, perhaps saying, "Hello there."
B2.
That's not correct.
C3. Weepius Kaiwola.
That's not correct. I'll repeat for Team A. Who, much like General Kenobi, was a bold one and revealed himself to a room full of his enemies, perhaps saying, "Hello there," before shooting many of his enemies with the bow that he'd been gifted by Hypnotis.
A2.
Odysseus. And that only he among all in the room could bend. Bonus 1. Much as General Kenobi, and this I'm sure was a parallel, has to invade the planet Utapau, guarded by the Metal Man and General Grievous, who had to defeat a Metal Man to gain access to the island of Crete.
Jason?
Yeah. Who may have shouted, "You were my brother, Agamedes," as he beheaded Agamedes, who had been caught in Hiraeus' trap.
Trophonius?
Trophonius is correct. That's the full 20 on toss-up 15. On January 22nd, 2006, Kobe Bryant had one of the greatest games in the modern era of basketball against the Toronto Raptors when he scored the second most number of points in history. Give the number of points he scored. The same as...
C1.
82?
It's not correct.
B2.
81 is correct. The same as the year BC in which the second Mithridatic War ended, the year AD in which Titus died, and square of the number of uses. Kobe was not the only athlete to deliver world-class performances in the 2000s. In Beijing in 2008, how many gold medals did Michael Phelps win? The same as the number that most resembles the shield known as the Anquila. 8 is correct. And your second bonus? For your second bonus, you are going to be giving your moderators a phone with a stopwatch set to 0. Show your appreciation for Usain Bolt's insane 100-meter dash world record set on August 16, 2009, by starting the stopwatch and then stopping it at a time you think is close to that world record. You will receive credit if you're within a point in 5 seconds.
So then we want 0.25. We want 958. He's saying you're
Start the answer.
9.2.
Yes.
958. 958. Okay. Okay. And then it goes to 100. We're good. That's his 2008 world record.
All right, we got 9.68.
That is correct.
Yeah.
The world record is 9.58, so anything from 9.33 to 9.83 is good. Correct. The full 20.
You okay?
Not really. That's not my books.
Am I passing your read?
Sure.
Actually, not look. Except your back of the paper where you can clearly see what's on the paper. They are memes.
Here's the toss-up. Identify character F.
C1.
Varys?
That's correct. Whose trip into the forest went worse than Michael Scott surviving his trip. Here's your quick bonus. Identify the authors D and E who were being congratulated for ignoring the wishes of their dead friend. What you got?
Proteus and Panza.
No, started looking for Marius and Tuca. Their second bonus. Identify author B, who ended up with 17 books on the Second Punic War. What you got? or silliest Italicus. That's 10 points for Team Toss-Up 2. And Terry's here to take us home.
Hold it up. The lovely August. All right, toss-up 6. Sure, let's check scores. Why not?
At 15 toss-ups, Satan Styley has 50 points. Wyatt and Alan, there we go, has 80 points. There was an online form, has 120 points, and the audience has 0 points.
All right, we're on Okay, toss-up 16. The popular medical drama House premiered in 2004, and despite their less sophisticated grasp on
C1.
Lupus.
no, 2 fun points, however. All right.
It's never
Just-
lupus.
It's never lupus, Alan. That's, yeah.
Always.
Despite their less sophisticated grasp on medical science and various doctorings, the ancient Greeks may still have resonated with the content of one episode in particular. In the episode Skin Deep from season 2, a clinic patient experiences symptoms of pregnancy, though he is biologically male. Which Olympian in an ancient...
B2.
Nope.
A1.
Dionysus.
No, it's Apollo. Which Olympian in an ancient Greek tragedy made the argument that men are the only agents of childbirth as they provide the seed and the woman merely nurtures it? Was presented and the Athenian theory to exonerate the character by Orestes. All right, but we do get to turn some bonuses in Chicago. So, another popular medical show that premiered in the aughts is Scrubs. If Orestes is Zach Braff's JD, which Greek
C1.
Pylades. Which Greek character would be Donald Faison's Turk, his faithful companion? Bonus 2 toss-up for everyone. Also in Scrubs is a character who constantly torments and belittles Jake.
B2.
No.
C1.
Janitor or doorkeeper?
Up to that point, he had been known only by his job title in the hospital, give this name/job, and almost code name for Latin. All right. Toss-up 17 for everybody. Ili Gallienses Fratres is a Latin approximation for the Spanish
A3.
Los Pollos Hermanos.
Is that your complete answer?
Run by Gasper.
We can't take that. Oh, yeah,
Yeah, B2.
Breaking Bad. Is the approximation Spanish name of a restaurant and what best ever TV show, in this writer's opinion anyway, whose protagonists, the anti-hero's last name could be put into Latin as Aldous. Your first bonus, what is the Latin motto of the state in which Breaking Bad is set? Yeah. Ilovia is the Latin for what two-word Spanish phrase that names both the motto of Chevrolet and the title of the post-Breaking Bad continuation movie released in 2019. All right, toss up 18 for everybody. Famigera Torres, Mala Amatoria, in Perspicuous.
C3. A1.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. In Perspicuous Vultus, Salta and Tenebris and Monstrum are all Latin translations of 2000 songs by what artist whose given name is Stephanie Joanne artist Angelina Germanata, and who starred in the Oscar-winning film A Star Is Born. The first bonus, which song in the toss-up by Lady Gaga was translated into Famigera Torres in the toss-up? We didn't.
Like, Homer singing about representation.
Can you say that last name again?
Famigera Torres.
Paparazzi.
Alright. Second bonus, translate this Lady Gaga lyric from the song Mama Amatoria into English. Tuum osculum distinctum choreo in harena cupio.
Oh, I know what others studied kisses on the sand.
Yeah, that's it.
That?
Sorry.
Others studied kisses on the sand?
Try again. Sing it in your head. Try it again.
That's what I want.
Sand.
I hope poker face was
All right, what do we got?
Wait, what's actual Latin again?
No.
I want your brother to kiss in the sand.
There you go.
I had to sing.
Oh, is that singular? Haslam.
Yeah.
Yes, and Kufio at the end of it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, this one I did right. The best TV comedy of the last 20 years, at least in the opinion of this particular CWG member, featured in the second episode of its first season a rap in Spanish, which we will try to hilariously recreate. Oh, I'm still doing it, but go ahead. Community is correct. I knew it. Which we will create in Latin now. All right. Ubi est en la biblioteca. Apello arremeada discoteca. Discoteca, pupa, en la biblioteca. And barbapula magna codis butirum. Butirum, barbalum, ingentem, pusillam. Capillus of Nevea, Teresa est bona. Dies, bona, skeleta tuberosa. Babula, caprina, est camaran diaz. One of the most consistently funny parts of Community was the Troy and Abed in the morning scenes at the end of the episode, using one Latin word saying in the morning. Mane. An absolute pantheon episode of Community centers on the disagreement on the best medium with which to build a fort. Give the English title of that episode, which in Latin would be titled Polinaria Stradulaque. Polinaria Stradulaque.
Pillows and blankets.
Have you not seen it?
I've never watched
It's
the
the
episode.
Ken Burns episode.
I watched a lot of shows. I never memorized the show names.
All right. Okay. So what's going on with the last one? Go.
Sig Smiley has 70 points. Wyatt and Alan, there we go, has 100 points. And there was an online fort, has 152, and the audience still has 0.
All right. Toss up 20 for everybody. Responde Latine. Ex qua pictura movente. Citationes proximae veniunt. Da eis nihil. Sed omnia eis dimitte. Hoc nocte in tartaro cenamus.
C1.
And height est Sparta. All right, your first bonus. One quote that the movie 300 got 100% right is when a Persian emissary tells a Spartan named Stelios, played by a young Michael Fassbender, that the Persian arrows will blot out the sun. What historically accurate, at least as is attested, response to Stelios' gift? Fight in the shade. The wife of King Leonidas is played by Lena Headey, who is probably way more famous for playing a different fictional queen. Give either the one name by which she is known in 300, or first and last name of the queen she has also played.
Cersei Lannister.
All right, very nice. Great job. Right now, we are going over to the Cox Auditorium in the Alumni Memorial to play in half an hour when the other rooms are done. I'm lying. Hopefully it's like real stuff. Yes.
Send to the bus, we got round one.
They are not yet.
So wait, what's the community round of that one?
My name is